Welcome to Golem Productions. Um, I guess nobody took an interest in, well, publicly. We saw there was no interest in Hashem. It was never mentioned publicly. And we've seen basically a decline, not only in attendance, but in observance. Now, if anybody, any Christian, was interested in their Father in heaven, even if they believe that they had to go, that they have to go, or they had to go through Jesus to get to their Elohai, um, they should have they should have said the fourth commandment. They should have made some kind of connection that that it's Hashem's world. So, and especially if they did the Sabbath, so they could see what instant creation is, and or where you can just take, let's say, an ordinary plant and do that. Right now, we're working on the gates of understanding. We're looking to go through those gates. So, um, so that's where I'm at with that, and yeah. So, I mean, I don't really go to even Christian websites, with the exception of Hebrew for Christians, which I'm very grateful for because they had a lot. That's how I started to learn the Hebrew alphabet, going through that. And I would play the Shema song all the time. I know it wasn't, I don't think he was Jewish, but it hit the spot, it satisfied. Spirit was spiritually satisfying. So, I mean, you're not gonna I don't keep it to a T, especially with music. Like, I'm always gonna listen. I can listen to Sia for like nonstop, and I'd be like, this. It gets better every time. Or as far as like working music, so as far as listening to a woman's voice and stuff, yeah, if it gets to you, I mean, you're gonna feel it. You might get an attachment, but you can just like persevere and struggle with it too. That's another thing. I just didn't want to, because there's so much talent out there, that I just find something that I liked. So for me, Titanium and Sia is going to be like me to the grave. Or and David Guetta, obviously, who really brought back techno, where he elevated it to where it should be, where it needed to be, where people who could get that that sound of the other realm. So he took that, because I was out of culture for a decade learning, and now I'm gonna you know bring play together with war, so you can get it all out of your system, but it's going to be a great system. So that's what we're working on. So, I mean, I have to take the theoretical, and I have to merge it like a business merger, because Hashem runs the world like a business, and merge it with with the physical, with the material. So I have to see how that works when we create an automated emanating system for the Golem action figures. When I say it's for the poor, well, I don't see every kid going to getting a 3-story Golem gaming for their house. So we are marketing to the rich, and I'm sure, the Arab market, the Asian market, like, we're going international with this. I never thought of myself as being with. To me, it's Nintendo and Atari. Some of my finest memories are with Atari, Pitfall, and just being so captivated. So and I know everybody's waiting for this. So I guess it would be a huge honor, but it's also glorifying Hashem, because it's always, because like I said, he fills in the blanks, the intellectual non-existent spots, or the dead spots. So you know we're going from theoretical to the material, and we're merging the two. All right, that's it. That's all you get, as far as you know it gives you something to chew on, gives you something to imagine, and hopefully you can even support us in your in your prayers, or in your hearts, or in your thoughts, whatever. Obviously, You know, I don't mind public support at all. You know, I can't do everything by myself, but you know, I've gotten this far with Hashem. So we're going to that Lakewood. I'm just gonna wait till the heat goes down. I had a pretty busy week. I still have to mow the lawn and stuff. And today's Tuesday. I just got an EKG. Basically, they hugged me for 20 minutes. They held me for 20 minutes. She's like, take your shirt off. I was just like, it was like one of those halachic moments. I was like, is this, wait, she's not married? Is she married? Oh, this is business. That's how I do it. Anyway, Golem Productions.